Got rats among us right now. Oh, Trailblaze POV. Interesting. See what they have to say. Fei Zhao, too.
I am glad to finally meet you in person, guests from the Astral Express. I'm Fei Zhao, the general of the Xianzhou Yaoqiu.
Let me introduce our guest to you. The one dressed in green.
He's the reincarnation of Imbibiter Lune, and the person behind him is the newest member of the crew. I've heard a lot about you. Outside the reports from the Law Fu, the Skyfaring Commission of the Yaoqiu has also gathered plenty of information about both of you. I've been eager to meet you face to face for reasons that I'm sure General Jing Yuan has explained, right? Straight to the point. I like it. According to General Jing Yuan's report, the Ruin Legion is to blame for the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, and all Arbiter Generals should pay attention to the Ruin Author's movements. Over the years, the Destruction's minions have wreaked havoc on countless worlds, and the Alliance has been keeping an eye on them. But no one expected them to join hands with the remnants of the Abundance. The damage caused by the Ambrosial Arbor crisis was far less severe than expected, which is good news for us. However, it was quite different from the Ruin Legion's usual style of destroying life wherever they go. While I trust the bravery of the Divine Foresight and the Nameless, I'm curious about some details missing from the report. I'd like to take this chance to have an exchange with both of you. Let me be clear, the questions I'll ask might not reflect my actual thoughts, so please don't take offense if any of my questions seem a bit harsh.
Please go ahead, General. But keep in mind we can only answer based on what we know. And perhaps you already have the answers to your questions in your heart.
You have a clever tongue. I like it.
The Merlin's claw is quite articulate.
Uh-oh.
Right now, her intentions are unknown, and Jing Yuan wants us to be honest. Maybe I'll just stick to the facts we know.
Let's cut to the chase. Before the crisis struck, the Astral Express was guided here by a Stellaron hunter, a wanted felon, in an attempt to resolve the Stellaron crisis. However, everyone in the cosmos knows of the Stellaron hunter's reputation. So, why did you place so much trust in them? Could it be that some of you have a connection with them?
Yeah. Elio's prophecy, we are the good guys.
Apart from the Law Fu, there are many other worlds suffering from Stellaron corrosion. For example, Eurilo 6, the world that the Express stopped at before reaching the Law Fu, was one of them.
To the Express, Stellarons act as roadblocks on the Silver Rail and pose risks to the warping process. And that's why dealing with Stellaron issues is part of the duty of the Nameless.
Ah, I've heard about those problems caused by Stellarons. The Express connects various worlds, so it makes sense for you to take care of this. The cosmos is a mess, and the Trailblazers are just doing their best to fix it. I understand. Let's move on to the next question. The report suggests that Don Shu, the master of the Disciples of Sanctus Medicus, colluded with the Lord Ravager and used the power of the Stellaron to resurrect the Ambrosial Arbor. But here's the thing. Don Shu was just a chief alchemist. Even if she colluded with our enemies and summoned the Stellaron, how did she manage to bypass the Videodora guards around the Ambrosial Arbor?
I met Dan Shu personally.
I personally met Dan Shu once. Her closest friend was killed during the war on the Fanghu, and she harbored
True.
deep hatred towards the hunt. So she spent years making preparations in the Alchemy Commission in order to take revenge on the Xianzhou.
Yeah, I remember that because this is literally like nearing the end of 1.0, so.
Revenge is also a form of the hunt. However, that doesn't explain how she managed to bring the Stellaron into the Scale Gorge waterscape, which was guarded by the Videodora.
Well, you should ask Dan Shu herself for the answer.
Unfortunately, Dan Shu is dead, and even her corpse has crumbled into ash. That's one less clue we can pursue. According to the report, Lord Ravager Fantilia is the mastermind behind the entire conspiracy. She disguised herself as an ambassador of the Skyfaring Commission and traveled with you, only to vanish without a trace later on. It seems too convenient to label her as a scapegoat.
Heliobus. Fu Xuan. Witness everything firsthand. True.
Back then, we were working with Diviner Fu.
Yeah, she
And
did.
she also witnessed Fantilia's true form. You're not going to doubt one of your own people, are you?
Of course not. We can trust the testimony of Master
Dang.
Diviner Fu Xuan.
It's like
However-
Danganronpa.
Even if she saw it with her own eyes, we
like the
can't
dual
completely rule
thing.
out the possibility that she might have been deceived. After all, it's suspicious how the culprit just bizarrely vanished.
Whoa, let's go.
Oh. It seems that your answers have addressed all my questions. Generals, I am finished with my questioning.
So, what do you think, General Fei Shao? Have the doubts in the report been cleared up?
The two nameless have been honest in their answers. Even though there are some tricky details, my intuition tells me there is nothing wrong. However, the 3 questions I posed earlier were not just for the nameless, but for you too, General Jing Yuan. First, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus grew uninterrupted on the Law Fu, yet the 6 charioteers were not aware of it. That was a dereliction of duty. Second, you believed in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy and entrusted outsiders to solve the crisis, even granting them access to the Plague Mark. That was a dereliction of responsibility. Third, you insist on holding the war dance right after the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, putting the Law Fu back in the spotlight. That is a dereliction of wisdom.
Merlin's Claw. Is this your line of thinking, or the Ten Lords?
From the moment I walked in, I made it clear that the questions I'd ask might not reflect my actual thoughts.
The disciples of Sanctus Medicus were deeply rooted and had been plotting for a long time. I admit it was my negligence for not noticing it earlier. As for the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy, I didn't believe all of it, but in the end, the Law Fu
this is
did
following up
survive the
that.
Ambrosial Arbor crisis. So, I think it's safe to say that Elio's prophecy about the future holds some merit. And as for the war dance, do you think I'm unaware of the risks? However, risks can also be opportunities. The Law Fu has lain low for too long. I believe it's time to stir up the dregs hidden in the depths and wash them away once and for all.
Just as I expected from our sophisticated divine foresight. You have a way with words. I like it. But, unfortunately, ever since the report was submitted, the Alliance has been filled with rumors and speculation. Even within the Law Fu, there are people accusing you of neglecting your duties, resulting in the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
So what are your thoughts on all of this, General Fei
I'm
Shao?
curious if they're gonna mention Ting Yun.
As a fellow Arbiter General, I fully understand the difficulties of this position. Personally, I think all these rumors are meaningless drivel. Across the sea of stars, the divine foresight knows better than anyone else what happened on the Luofu and the meaning behind it. Just as what happened on the Xianzhou Yaoqing recently.
You mean the Xianzhou Yaoqing is also...
The scouts of the Verdant Knights have sent back reports that Borisin are making trouble again. The Borisin packs that were once divided and scattered have started swallowing each other up, forming larger and larger packs. Moreover, there's an entity named Mongoose behind it all.
Mongoose? What the
An
fuck is
entity?
that?
According to the report, this entity isn't actually a Borisin. It's a woman claiming to be the messenger of the Master of Immortality. She's described as having 12 faces and 12 pairs of fangs, as cruel as poison, and as elusive as quicksand. The Borisin believe she'll give them a chance to rise again.
That's Ventilia.
Again?
That's right. You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the Patina Justice or the Seer Strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly.
Yao Glang. Who are these guys?
I've always had faith in my instincts, so I don't doubt your good intentions. But the Alliance has its fair share of questions and doubts about the Luofu. So, my plan is to come up with an acceptable answer to satisfy the Alliance.
What's in this plan, General Fei Shao?
General Jing Yuan, you already know what has to be done. But since you don't want to be the bad guy, I'll take care of it for you. You need the final word from the Ten Lords Commission to quell any doubts. And for that, I'll have to ask the two Nameless to visit the Shackling Prison.
Oh, we're going to the Shackling Prison?
No, I'm not imprisoning you. While you're there, I'll ask a judge in the Ten Lords Commission's Interrogation Division to record a detailed testimony with the karmic mirror from both of you. We'll fill in the gaps
Wait,
that weren't covered in the report
Xueyi,
and
no?
silence any protests within the Alliance.
I'm okay with that.
Worried that I might go back on my word and keep you in the Shackling Prison? Relax. If I wanted to do that, you'd already be behind bars. Once you're done with your testimony, you're free to come and go as you please.
Then, as the Merlin's Claw requests,
Oh, there's one more thing. This testimony is for silencing the voices of opposition within the Alliance, but I would like to urge General Jing Yuan to listen to the pleas of the Foxians on the Xianzhou Yaoqing.
so, you are here for Hoolay.
Exactly.
It's in the Shackling
Hoolay is
Prison.
locked up in the
God
Luofu's
damn it.
Shackling Prison. Since he is the broodlord of the Borisin, I want to transfer him onto the Xianzhou Yaoqing and imprison him there. The recent movements of the Borisin suggest they're planning something big, so we must act preemptively.
It makes sense to have the Foxians keep an eye on their arch-nemesis. Since you trust my judgment, I'll repay that trust. What do you think about all this, General Huayan?
I was worried this would turn into a heated argument, but it seems like both of you are on the same page, solving each other's problems. I couldn't have asked for a better outcome.
And as for Hoolay, I'll send my lieutenants Jiaoqiu and Moze to check on his condition in prison and ready him for transport. If there are no more questions, shall we get this started?
Dang, we're really gonna go to the Shackling Prison, huh? Do I want to keep the Jingliu team?
Well, I'm glad we managed to talk this out.
Or should we just rely on this team?
Do you actually believe in the Stellaron Hunter's prophecy?
The Xianzhou's matrix of prescience can also predict the future. Do you believe in its prophecies?
I understand.
Do I one-up you with a one-up you?
While words can be deceiving, your gaze, your breathing, and your scent, they reveal more than your words do. I trust my intuition more than any words.
I get these two. Okay. I think we're ready.
I'm really sorry about all this. But the testimony in the Shackling Prison won't take up much of your time. I'll call for a messenger to take you to the interrogation division. You just need to give your testimony, and then you can head back. So no need to worry.
As you wish, General.
Alright, let's go. No time to spare.
As General Jing Yuan requested, everything is prepared for your arrival, and I am here to receive you. The judges at the Interrogation Division also know your purpose in coming.
Damn, so this is the Shackling Prison's entrance. It's gonna be a new era to explore.
The Shackling Prison. I didn't expect to be back here after all these years.
This is where Blade Luocha got interrogated, and this is where Jingli was being held up.
Dan Heng.
Don't worry about me.
If you're ready, I'll open the gate for you.
Oh yeah, you were in chains here.
Well, technically, the Shackling Prison is spread out across multiple delves, and the Ancient Sea is just where they overlap. Please, come on in, dear guests.
Huh?
23 chests. Wow, this is gonna be a fun place to explore when I get the chance. Let me like refresh shit real quick right now. Jiaoqiu, Moze, they're here too.
What are you looking at?
The Shackling Prison on the Luofu is completely different from the one on the Yaoqing. It's completely underwater.
Whether it's in the clouds or underwater, breaking free would still be a piece of cake for me.
Still thinking about your old jailbreak tricks, huh? Forget it. You're free now. Just don't do anything stupid, or the judges will throw you back in there and lock you up for a few hundred years.
You'll see me again in just a few days.
Taking Hoolay back to the Yaoqing means a lot to the Foxians on the ship, and to the General herself. So stay alert.
Guests,
Xueyi.
My name is Xueyi, and I'm here on orders from the Incarceration Division of the Ten Lords Commission.
We're Jiaoqiu and Moze. General Fei Xiao sent us to extradite the Borisin criminal Hoolay to the Yaoqing.
Is Hanya gonna be here too?
We're here to inspect the conditions of his imprisonment and make preparations for the handover and transportation. I assume you've been briefed, Your Honor.
Your visit request has been approved. I'll be your guide for this trip. Prisoner Hoolay, the warhead and brood lord of the Borisin abominations of abundance and the arch-nemesis of the Foxians, is responsible for 2,123 wars of aggression and countless associated crimes. Due to his heinous acts, he has been imprisoned in the depths of the Shackling Prison and subjected to the punishment of the Forest of Swords until the end of time. He shall never be pardoned.
No need to repeat his crimes and sentence, Your Honor. He is the greatest enemy of us Foxians. The stories of his atrocities are used to terrify our children. I'm well aware of every crime he's committed. Let's move on to the next step.
When it comes to visiting criminals, there are rules in place to ensure your safety. I know you've heard legends about Hoolay since you were children, but your knowledge about him is likely very limited. Only the judges of the Ten Lords Commission truly know what kind of abomination is locked up at the bottom of the Shackling Prison. It has been centuries since Jing Liu, the former sword champion of the Luofu, captured Hoolay. And during all those years, we never provided him with any food. Yet he somehow managed to stay alive. It defies all the documented physical characteristics of the Borisin. The Forest of Swords, forged by the Punishment Division, is a device of intense torment, used to execute sinful abominations. Most Borisin die within 3 days in the forest, but Hoolay is different. Every time the blades pierce him, his body instantly heals. Despite the brutal punishment, he somehow manages to survive. The complex rules are there because of his abnormal characteristics. Do you understand now?
Why do I get the feeling we're gonna fight him as a boss, are we?
I apologize for any offense caused. Please continue, Your Honor.
I've given you the instructions regarding Hoolay's visitation. Please make sure you read them carefully.
Read them carefully. Some your crime, long-term enslavement of Foxian utilizing their blood. Tension method. Check for sturdiness, air filters, blah, blah. Ah, okay. Punishment to Xianzhou and the Foxians. Okay, do not mention Jing Liu when conversing this Ooh.
And please, take this pellet before proceeding.
Jing Liu, huh? That's a trigger word.
No, I'm not taking random medicine.
Then you won't be allowed to visit Hoolay.
Just swallow it already. Hoolay is like all Borisin. He can release a pheromone called lupatoxin that induces fear. Thousands of years ago, we Foxians were enslaved by the Borisin. Not because we were naturally weaker, but because of their lupatoxin. This pill is for our own mental well-being.
I understand.
I knew you were a reasonable person. Now that we've taken the medicine, let's proceed. Your Honor.
What is it?
No, never mind. Maybe I'm just imagining things. Let's keep moving.
Here we are. Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait a moment.
It's one of the scariest parts.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet.
I'm trying to see what this place is about.
This place. It's still as cold as it used to be. Sorry, I was just reminiscing about some unpleasant memories. Thank you. It's all my fault that you were involved in the Xianzhou's problems. You shouldn't have to see the inside of the Shackling Prison. I'm so sorry. I wish I could show you the real sights of the Luofu. The 6 charioteers might have more power over the rest of this Xianzhou ship. But here, in the Shackling Prison, it's the judges of the Ten Lords Commission who call the shots. The judges will use a complicated interrogation device called the Karmic Mirror.
Karmic mirror.
It accurately tracks every physiological change during questioning and records it. Therefore, the judgment made here will be sufficient to convince the other administrators of the Xianzhou. At least they won't attempt to challenge the conclusions. Perhaps that's why Fei Xiao insisted that we come here. Okay. But watch your step. This place is not like the others.
What a place this is, huh? Alright. $300,000 prisoners. Jeez. Imagine if all of them got out at once.
Her Honor hasn't arrived yet. Please wait.
Alright.
Welcome, dear guests from
Hanya.
the Express.
Been a
Judge
while.
Hanya of the Interrogation Division. We've met before. You don't want to see me? Well, in that case,
Didn't say that.
I can call in the judge who's an expert in acupuncture, or the one who's handy with axes and saws, or the one who knows all about whips and ropes. We've got plenty of options here, and we'll find one that suits your taste. Just
Got
kidding.
it.
We judges work in shifts, and it just happens to be my shift. Maybe we're destined to cross paths. Please allow me to express my gratitude to you again for subduing the demons in the Fixtral Garden.
Looks like while March 7th and I were clueless, you already made many friends on the Xianzhou Luofu.
1.5 thing. Technically.
Even though you and I have met before, we can't show any favoritism under the Ten Lords. So, please do as I command as we head to Scrivener Hall and beyond. Don't do anything without my permission. This is not a place for ordinary mortals. You and Mr. Dan Heng, please come with me.
Please lead the way, Your Honor.
Please let me activate the mechanism before we all move forward. And please, watch your steps. Be very careful and watch your step as you make your way through. The terrain inside the Shackling Prison is treacherous. One wrong move, and you could end up plunging into the depths. And if you're really unlucky, you might be frozen solid or burned to a crisp before anyone can help you.
Gee.
Jeez.
But with your skills, I don't think you need to worry about that. You're funny. This prison does contain many layers. We even brought in Videodora Icor line craftsmen to introduce the ingenuity of Delve enchantment. What you're seeing now is just one part of the Shackling Prison.
Perhaps. Judging from the appearance, much of the architecture in this prison has a Vidyadoran style. So, perhaps they did have a hand in building this place back then.
As for how many floors there are, well, not even us judges know for sure. But there's a legend among us judges that a short-life prisoner once tried to escape, but ended up falling into the depths. And when we found him at the bottom, he was already an old man on the brink of death. Did he spend his whole life falling? Or did some long-life prisoner drain his life essence? We'll never know. Anyway, please don't try anything like that.
It's like casually talking
Please,
murder in a place like
come
this.
this way.
Like it's nothing. Alright. So we're traversing. Surely nothing's gonna attack us here, right? He does not look sus at all. Let's hope we don't get attacked by these things. I don't want that to happen, but I have a feeling that's gonna happen.
Sound lingers.
Yeah, I wanna seriously explore this place when I get the chance.
Yeah. I heard the war dance is about to be held in the mortal world. I remember watching a sword duel at the war dance with my sister when we were young. The Cloud Knight, who was the Luofu's ringmaster, was an amazing swordsman, and their sword flashed like lightning. The Outworld Challenger had fiery red hair and a hand made of steel, which roared like thunder. They battled for a long time before a winner could be declared. Time sure flies. Now, both my sister and I are residents of the Netherworld, and we will never again feel the thrill of a competition. Are there a lot of people in Starskiff Haven due to the war dance? Sounds amazing. It's a shame I'm too busy to attend. But even if I could, I'd probably just scare people off with my current appearance.
Nah.
Let's get going then.
I wouldn't think that. Who knows? Maybe people have seen Hua Hua or Xueyi, so. Damn,
Yeah.
there's another floor.
It's freezing.
This place is filled with the cold air from the northern peak of the polar belt. Even the toughest long-life species would have a hard time enduring this. Did you hear something just now? Let me check it out.
That's sus as hell. Hope nothing jump scares me.
What an eyesore. This place is packed with boxes and crates.
These crates. They look oddly familiar.
A few days ago, the Spiritfarers received reports about an IPC transport ship that was attacked by Borisins. Then, a bunch of those abominations were dumped into this place. I had a feeling there would be trouble during the war
Is
dance.
this something?
But throwing both the
yeah.
pirates and the cargo in jail? That's a new one. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild crafted something dangerous. We have many records in the
And a
Hall of
frickin' new
Karma
enemy,
about
too.
these wise ones. They love to tinker with forbidden technologies, always trying to push the limits of Ingenia. I caught a glimpse of the mechs in those crates, and they bear a striking resemblance to Borisins. I wonder what they're planning this time. Well, business first. Let's keep moving. Strange. I don't remember checking the containment facilities a second time.
Something came out. Oh no. Huh? Murder?
Watch out!
Oh, what
Emergency!
the
All
murder?
wardens prepare for action! Emergency! All wardens prepare for action!
Uh-oh. This is a setup. This is a setup?
What's happening here? Why are these things moving on their own? Something is wrong. The guards aren't responding.
Away by the wind.
Damn it. Got the wrong weakness type for these enemies, but we're gonna do our best.
Armor damage.
Together as one! Human creations! Enemy targets detected.
Step.
Oh my god, Moon Raid.
It's going wild, just like a Borisin.
They have the fear technique.
We're on our own for this one.
No matter. Every petal all will be swept away by the
Damn,
wind.
these guys are tough. These are just one enemy.
I see
Two
through it.
enemies and like, I'm already struggling.
Tedious. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame.
Yin and yang.
Nowhere to run.
Shut it down. Detecting corrosion.
Some value at existence is unity.
Commencing support.
Oh no, she's feared. No.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Armor damage. Shut it.
Okay. Made it out fine,
How
but
is this even possible? The Spiritfarers follow the protocols, cutting off power to the mechs and sealing the crates. How could these mechs still start moving?
It's just like what happened in the Artisanship Commission before. These goods went haywire and attacked everyone in sight. The Alchemy Commission members examined them and found some unusual structures within. These things showing up in the Shackling Prison can only mean one thing.
A prison break.
And whoever
Exactly.
delivered these goods clearly wanted them to go through the Xianzhou's strict inspection process to show the Skyfaring Commission and Cloud Knights how dangerous they were. They wanted these mechs to end up right here in the Shackling Prison.
Borisin, obviously.
If these things already started taking action while nobody was paying attention, then the whole prison is in trouble, I'm afraid. And to make things worse, another group of visitors just entered the depths of the Shackling Prison, the messengers from the Xianzhou Yaoqiu. And the prisoner they came to visit might be the target whom these wolf-shaped mechs were delivered here for. If that vicious beast manages to break free, it will be a catastrophe for the Xianzhou Luofu.
Jiaoqiu's POV? We're going with his POV? Okay.
Here we are.
Have we arrived already, Your Honor? Shouldn't there be a cage here?
The most notorious felons are locked away in the solitary delves, deep down in the prison. Those delves can't be opened without proper authorization. The blue bird paves the path, and the Stygian lanterns illuminate it. Help me light up these lanterns, and the way to the bottom of the Shackling Prison will reveal itself.
We got Jiaoqiu for the first time. Alright, I got a good comp ready for them, technically. Okay. This. And I guess any sustain. Yeah, Fushuan, why not? Yeah, this will be fine. Get to test him out for the first time.
A slow simmer over low heat, or a quick stir fry over high heat?
I've given you the diagrams for lighting the lanterns. Please take a look.
1, 2, 3. Alright, it should be pretty easy. 1. Oh, it's from bottom to top. Easy. 2. And 3.
The path is open. Once we descend to the bottom of the prison, please Do not do anything reckless.
Man, I want to summon more characters, but I can only do so much with what I have, so... Save that for another time.
Inside the delve, behind this door, is the greatest enemy of the Foxians. Hoolay.
The actual boss.
According to custom, envoys from the Yaoqiu visit the Xianzhou La Fu once every century to check on this abomination's imprisonment and condition. Even though the Ten Lords Commission sentenced Hoolay to the Forest of Swords, suffering every day for the rest of his life, I understand that the Yaoqiu messengers want to see him dead. Unfortunately, for the past 7 centuries, they've had to return disappointed. Because this beast simply can't be killed.
Huh.
If we can use his toxin to create medicine and save an innocent life, it might help balance out some of the sins he's committed.
Huh, Jiaoqiu. Huh? Is he sus?
Could you be the key to a cure for the General? Hoolay.
What the?
And once again, the envoys of the Yaoqiu will leave.
Traitors!
However,
It's this
I
dude.
won't say the same for me and my brothers.
Guy we met in the beginning.
Who's there?
I'm just a humble counselor of the Rhino
Mock
Hound
Talk.
Pack. You can call me Mock Talk.
Wardens, intruders on the lowest level. Send reinforcements.
Nobody will hear you here.
Fuck.
At the bottom of the Shackling
March it.
Prison.
No.
Thank you for opening up the prison for us, Your Honor. We'll take it
We
from
need Dan
here.
Heng and Trailblaze here with us. This is bad.
No wonder I kept smelling that familiar stench. So it wasn't just my imagination. Do your thing, Moze.
We mustn't let these abominations get any closer. Detestable things. There are too many of them.
Once we were inside the Shackling Prison,
I see through you.
we found soldiers available to us.
It's better to make no
All
mistake.
things in human creation.
Gonna make the best use out of these guys. Since he's also a debuffer.
A little more heat.
Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I think I'm gonna wait. No.
On the still waters of oblivion.
A quick divination.
I suggest you surrender. Now, of
Got a
course,
crazy idea.
By your
I'll
presence.
still kill you all. But I
Since you're
promise
already
that
here,
I swear.
why not have a meal before time?
Vulnerability means I could do this.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
How presumptuous.
Dang.
Die now!
Leave if you can,
Like a
Moze.
second debuff. Insane.
It's not time yet.
My back.
No matter. Yin and yang. I see through you.
You're getting so much turn.
How about letting the enemy strike more seasoned?
Enemy targets detected. Enemy data's net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I'm gonna do this.
Destined for oblivion.
I get this.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Easy.
Guard the gate! They can't be allowed in!
Oh no, that is not good. Hoolay. Oh. No, Xueyi!
I've waited for too long. My first meal after regaining my freedom is the flesh and blood of my fellow kindred. A sad scene indeed.
It's been a long time, boy. Welcome back.
Crushed her so casually. That's not good. That is really bad. Holy shit.
How many times has the old verdant home spun around since our last hunt?
No.
Duran's whelp. Tell me your name.
Oh, great Hoolay, nemesis of the Foxians and the hunter of all beings. I'm Moktok, a humble counselor of the Rhino Hound Pack. I am only one insignificant heir spawned from your bloodline. It's been at least 7 centuries since you led our pack through the hunting grounds of the stars. I'm thrilled to see that you are as cunning and skillful as ever.
7 centuries. 7 centuries have passed. But why have Duran's whelps grown to look like this? Tell me, Moktok, why have you grown to resemble our most despicable slaves and enemies, the Foxians?
I've been commanded to release you from this cursed prison. It is Senjaya's will. That's why I had to take a magic pill, don the skin of a lowly beast, and play along with their hypocrisy.
Since you have an escape plan, tell me, what's our next move to get off of this ridiculously large ship?
My brothers and I
What
will
the
lock
hell?
down this prison, trapping the prison guards inside. This will buy us some time. The rest of my crew, who are undercover like me, will secure the vessels for our escape. According to the plan, we only have a tight 2-hour window to get out of here. Originally, I intended to carry out the plan tomorrow, but they're planning to transfer you to the Xianzhou Jiaoqiu now. So I seized this opportunity to set you free.
I think if, like, Fei Zhao or Jing Yuan comes in, I think we could win, but I doubt this is looking bad for our odds.
What a reckless plan, you idiot! Even if we manage to get the ships, our chances of escaping are slimmer than a Foxian slipping through my claws!
But we have no other choice. The angel serving under the Master of Immortality sent me with a message. Only your return will end the prolonged divisions among the Borisins. Every one of my crew is ready to lay down their lives if it means setting you free.
A sneaky weakling like you is actually showing some reckless bravery with this plan. Fine. You'll get what you want. And all of Duran's whelps will too.
Well then, my lord, we should leave now.
Before we go, give me one of those magic pills.
My lord, you seriously want to
Oh,
don
no.
the skin of a lowly beast? That would be a disgrace to your greatness, my lord.
You idiot. Greatness means nothing without freedom.
Yes, you idiot.
Once I get out, I'll need a
Fucking
disguise that won't
guard
raise any
soldier.
suspicion.
As you wish, my lord.
Is that Foxian slave my meal?
No, he's an envoy from the Xianzhou Jiaoqiu. I plead you to endure him a bit, my lord, as he's more valuable as a hostage. Take him, guys! Time to move out!
Dang, hostage, you say? Well, at least Moze escaped, but this is bad for us.
Madam Hanya, the wardens in all areas are regrouping. Those Ingenium enemies are wandering around and causing heavy casualties. And to make things worse, those iron wolves broke open the cages and let the criminals out. We've called for backup, but it seems like all communication is jammed.
Let's preserve our strength and first take down the isolated prisoners. By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Just a short time ago, the Nether Key mechanism was activated. It was probably Madame Xueyi and the Yaoqiu messengers, heading to the bottom of the prison. Given the situation, I'm afraid that area is exactly where our enemies are targeting.
We mustn't let that vile beast escape from its cage.
We've gathered all the prison guards who can still fight, and we'll split up and secure each floor.
Go!
I'm gonna be honest.
Those intruders are quite bold. They must have been planning this for quite a while.
This is the Xianzhou story we all wanted all along. Not some Fantilia bullshit from several months ago.
Indeed, but Borisins tend to favor direct and aggressive approaches. Crafting careful and precise plans like this is simply not their style. Let's focus on the current situation right now. Please help me.
What's the fastest way to the bottom of this prison, Miss Hanya? If we don't get there quickly, we'll soon be outnumbered by all the enemies inside.
We'll have to bend the rules. Please, follow me.
Prisoners must remain in place and obey the
By decree of the 10 Lords, all prison breakers and intruders shall be apprehended, dead or alive.
Yes, ma'am!
Shoosh. Do I really want to risk up another different con? Or I should stick with the same one I've been using.
Sound lingers. Hold your position here.
Yes, ma'am.
Moze has escaped the situation, so I'm curious where he is right now.
We need a few tools if we want to reach the bottom quickly. Follow me to the next floor. The path is cut off. Someone must have altered the mechanism.
Yeah.
No matter. It'll just require a bit more work to get through.
Oh no. Don't tell me. 'It's one of these things, huh? That's gonna be annoying. Alright, so be it then. Wherever this thing is, too.
Some Spiritfarers occasionally use Ingenia from the Artisanship Commission to navigate the treacherous terrain
a lot
here.
of floors.
Normally, using devices like the shifting screen is strictly forbidden, as they could help prisoners escape. But, given the urgency of the situation, let's just ignore the usual regulations.
Dang, look how deep this is. That's enemies.
Yeah.
Try to fight one of these things, can we?
Infallible.
The moon shines on the truth.
Fuck it, let's go.
Eternal. All will be swept away by the wind.
In lunar flame. Blade of moonlight.
These guys aren't that strong.
Do not concern yourself with the outcome. These trifles are of no use to me.
Well, I'm just gonna fucking ignore them. Try another time.
The Nether Key has been activated. I hope we're not too late. Hang in there, sister.
I have a bad feeling about this right now. I feel like we're gonna be already too late. Yeah, they have fucking escaped.
Looks like there was a fierce battle here not long ago.
The gate to the prison delve is wide open. Hoolay has managed to break free. Where are the Yaoqing messengers? And where's my sister? Are they still alive?
Let's look around. Maybe we'll find some clues.
There she is. No, Xueyi!
Xueyi is here.
Miss Xueyi bravely sacrificed herself. My condolences, Miss Hanya.
No!
Condolences. Well, that's unnecessary. You must understand. Thanks to the Ten Lords' blessing, my sister turned into an ingenium centuries ago. Dying and returning as just a soul to the Hall of Karma's document office has become a routine for her.
Dang. So, this is just normal for her?
While I'm not keen on seeing her throw away her body like it's some replaceable part, but...
It just makes her sad.
By the way, have you seen bodies that might be the Yaoqing messengers? One of them is a Foxian wearing exquisite clothes, and the other wears a dark cloak, like a fugitive.
No. I haven't found any Foxian bodies. Only Borisin ones.
So, the intruders and Hoolay are holding the Yaoqing messengers hostage. This is the worst situation. With hostages in their grasp, the prison guards can't do anything about the prisoners. If anything happens to the messengers, the relationship between the Yaoqing and the Luofu could be irreversibly damaged.
Gonna be a part 2 to this, isn't
We
there?
must rescue the messengers, get out of here, and spread the news. We mustn't give up as long as there's a glimmer of hope.
What have you found, Miss Hanya?
Reconstruct. It's my sister.
Huh?
Looks like her soul hasn't returned to the Hall of Karma yet. At such a critical moment, her death can give us information that we can turn into an advantage. Let me see. The damage isn't too bad. If I can fix it up, my sister will have a temporary body.
Alright, fine then. I know how to do this. It's been a while since I've done this. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done these puzzles.
I'm back. Welcome back, sister. I don't know what kind of expression I should have at a time like this. Happy? Tears of joy? Forget it. I'm used to you coming back in all sorts of forms.
Now is not the time for jokes. This side crane can't hold all of me.
Sister, what did you see when you were killed?
One of the Yaoqing messengers escaped, and the other one was taken hostage and brought upwards?
Besides the Borisin, There were other intruders. Invisible.
Invisible intruders? What does that even mean? How many conspiracies are tangled up in this mess? Do me a favor, sister. The intruders have cut off all communication between inside and outside the prison. And now you're the only person, the only bird, who can slip out undetected. Make sure you deliver the news to the outside world.
I understand. Please be careful, sister. You are different from me.
It's not over just yet. I feel like there's one more thing we gotta worry about.
Time is running out, Miss Hanya. If we keep delaying, those Borisins will escape from the prison.
All right. If we happen to come across that Jiaoqiu messenger who got away... No. Stopping Hoolay should probably be our top priority.
This is a problem though. If this is gonna be a part 2, like, are we gonna face a boss? Or are we not gonna face a boss? We're gonna have to find that out.
Wait! Something feels off. Something's approaching us.
The invisible intruders?
Watch your back!
These abominations aren't prisoners from this prison.
Together as one!
Every petal...
All will be swept away by the wind. Ready for another? Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack! All things human creations!
Stamp.
The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning.
Who are you?
Aren't you looking for me? Just focus on the fight.
Oh, this is annoying.
No matter. There's more to life.
But should be fine.
Eternal. Enemy data net markers activated.
Yeah, this is
Time for a
easy.
good old counterattack.
Need a few more attacks.
Every petal, all will be swept away by the wind.
Come on, attack Jinglu.
Secret of the saints.
Yin and yang. All things human creations.
Come on, we're almost there.
Grace and elegance. Together as one.
Alright, not bad.
All things shift in divination.
What's that over there? Is that a new boss? Or it's not?
The prison management on the Luofu is truly concerning. I prefer to be called the Jiaoqiu messenger who strategically retreated. At least 2 different groups of intruders infiltrated here. The wolf cubs and these Mara-struck soldiers. Their hiding technique, it's pretty similar to the wind mantle technique used by the Vidyadhara serving Kailorum Venti on the Jiaoqiu. What do you think? Well, never mind if you don't have any clues. Now is not the time to exchange assassination techniques. I'm Moze. My friend fell into the clutches of that wolf. I was planning to escape and report back as quickly as possible. But now it seems...
You know what? I don't know why, like, the VA... People wanted to deviate it. The VA is good, but I guess they have their own personal reasons why they don't want this VA, so... Whatever, I guess.
The prison on the Law Fu is a real maze, I must admit.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Moze. We'll do our best to ensure your friend's safety.
No. You can do nothing for him now. And you shouldn't be focusing on his safety at the moment.
Your friend is in Hoolay's clutches and you're just going to leave him behind?
Look, I'm the Yaoqing General's guard, not his. I've seen how that giant wolf fights, and there's no way. Trying to save my friend will only get us killed. I don't know how you think, but I won't throw my life away for a lost cause. Listen up. I've been tracking these fugitives, and I know their next move. They're planning to seal off the entire prison to keep the outside world in the dark. The worst case scenario, we are all killed by that giant wolf, and the Shackling Prison is sealed off. No one will know about us or about their escape until it's too late.
There's no way Jingyuan will let that happen.
And the best case scenario... looks like we've got some clever minds here after all. The best case scenario would be, we seal the gates and trap the enemy inside with us. We can't let that monstrous wolf escape. Hopefully, someone will eventually notice that something is off and come to help. As for whether we'll still be alive by then, it's not something we should think about.
You sure have a way of comforting people, Mr. Moze.
As a person of the Yaoqing, I've always searched for something meaningful to give my life to.
I have to make it out alive. My companions are waiting for me.
As a netherworld dweller, I've already died once.
Yeah. We won't give up. Not until the very last moment.
None of you are part of the Ten Lords' commission, so sacrificing yourselves isn't the right move. As a judge, it's my responsibility to guard this prison, and if someone should step up to stop Hoolay from escaping, it should be me, not you. Once we reach the gate, I hope you'll help me seal it. After that, I'll do everything I can to fight the Borisin, and you find a safe place to hide and wait for reinforcements. Now, let's proceed upward.
As if we're gonna fucking hide. I mean, we're not gonna try to die.
Sound
but...
lingers. Infallible.
Alright. So be it then. Damn, this prison's got so much to explore. The fuck? They're invisible.
Eternal. Ouch! Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
In lunar flame.
Enjoying yourself?
All will be swept away by the wind.
Human creations!
You know, even after so long, we still haven't seen fucking Fu Xuan,
All things shift in divination.
Su Shang, or Guinaifen, or Hua Hua in a while. But we're gonna ignore these enemies, we don't want to fight them. If anything, I'll explore this place in the future, not now.
Infallible. As divined.
Is a boss waiting for us, or is there no boss? question.
We must seal the entrance before the Borisin fugitives get out. The prison wardens and mechanisms won't be able to hold them for long. Follow me.
I need more info over Ting Yun as well. Ting Yun... The devs said we're gonna find out more info about Ting Yun, but...
We're
more to
almost
back
there.
up on.
The gate is just ahead. Sound lingers.
I wanna fight these enemies now.
I will hold them back. Don't let Hoolay escape.
Existence is unity. Oh? Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack. Together as one. Commencing support.
Try harder.
That's very
There's more to
annoying.
life. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Every petal. All will be swept away by the wind.
A quick divination. All things human creations.
Stand. Blade of moonlight. All will be revealed in lunar flame. No problem.
Even without ice weakness, we still got it.
Life. A true marvel.
So that enemy is stupid. Anyway.
This brings back such familiar memories. Memories of chasing, gnawing, and tearing. Oh, they're back. They're back. They've all come back.
My lord, we're just one step away from freedom. Once we pass through the gate, no one will be able to stop us.
So this hostage is useless now. Kill him, Moktok.
He's getting away. Do something, Jiaoqiu. It's just like the old days, you useless loser. Just do something!
Damn.
Maybe this Yaoqing messenger can strike a deal in exchange for his life. He can use his status to help us escape from the Xianzhou. What do you think, Mr. Jiaoqiu?
Oh, just look at you. Fallen so low during my absence.
To be fair,
You're
we would
even
kill him.
negotiating with
That'd be a fair
livestock.
thing.
As far as I recall, no one from the Yaoqing would ever consider a deal with Duran's offspring.
I've got to make this beast stay here, whether it's for the sake of Fei Shao or the Yaoqing. Deal. I certainly have more value alive. My identity, my knowledge of the Xianzhou, and my understanding of many things that your minions have no knowledge of. They'll all be valuable.
Lowly beast. Muster up that pitiful tongue of yours and plead for what remains of your life. Speak up.
I'm afraid you're unaware. The woman who defeated you, Jing Liu, she has recently returned to the Luofu.
The last part of the road.
Your opportunity for revenge is right in front of you.
The trigger word.
My lord, this slave is talking nonsense. I've never heard anything about this. May I just kill him now?
Silence, Moktok! And you, slave. From now on, you'll stay by my side. You'll only speak and move when I allow you to. Otherwise, I'll dismember you from head to tail, inch by inch. Got it?
Damn, the trigger word. I forgot about it. Think he would actually use it.
But my lord...
We must stay here for some time, Moktok. Fear not. Because once I step out of the prison, it's the people of the Xianzhou who should tremble in fear. I'll show them what true calamity means. Now, Duran's whelps, follow me! Prison guards, stop them! For our great Lord Hoolay!
Oh, hell no. They can't attack me because I have Fu Xuan.
Prisoners must remain in place.
No, we're not gonna make it! Fucking A.
Report! After we lost contact with the Shackling Prison, we received a message from a Psycrane. The prisoners have revolted, and the criminal Hoolay is nowhere to be found!
What about the Yaoqing messengers? And the Nameless?
No news at the moment. We're trying to restore contact with the Shackling Prison as soon as possible.
I see. You're dismissed. General Jing Yuan, General Hua Yan. It's just as we suspected. The rise of the Ambrosial Arbor was not the end of things, but the beginning.
Damn it. Cliffhanger.
The hand of the Ruined Legion has already sown the seeds of destruction. From this moment on, the Xianzhou Alliance will face an even greater challenge, from both the abominations of abundance and the destruction itself. If this is what they want, I'm always up for a challenge. As the Marshal Special Envoy, I'll dispatch the Luofu Cloud Knights to pursue Hoolay myself.
Looks like the hidden dregs have finally come to the surface. And as I said before, it's time to wash them away, once and for all.
Dang. So, we could be cliffhanger for part 2 next patch, are we? Damn it. Why'd I get the feeling Jing Liu is gonna be mentioned again for next patch? We'll see. No, we're gonna be cliffhangered, are we?
One's hexagrammatic
Damn.
position is always in flux. Planning is paramount.
Damn. Well, kinda expected it, but this is gonna suck until, like, we're gonna have to wait for next patch or something like this. Now this is opened up. This is opened up. Alright. That is the Trailblaze mission that we can really just do. Alright. Alright, Trailblazers. I'm gonna see you guys all next time. I think we're gonna do Unity's companion mission, and I guess this new event mission as well, so I'll see you guys all next time.